don't think she's too captive.
This is my cultural interview. I began my assignment by interviewing a gentleman I met through a co-worker of mine. His name is SANY1006, which everyone calls him Ted. He moved to America in 1991. His American friends started calling him Ted, and his name just kind of stuck. No one could pronounce his real name. I asked him several questions regarding his culture and how he incorporated his lifestyle into that of modern-day America. Ted is currently a store manager with J.H. Harvey Supermarkets and has been with the company now for 17 years. He is happily married 15 years to his wife Suzanne, whom he met here in America, so she's American. They have 2 daughters. Haley is 14 and Abigail is 9. I asked Ted if he and Suzanne included any Thailand traditions into their wedding ceremony, and he stated that they incorporated some of the traditional foods in their reception, but not actually into their ceremony. Thailand culture thrives a lot on rice, so especially even when he got to America, he ate more rice than anything. Natural spices are also common in their land, such as curry, garlic, and red pepper. Ted also has 2 siblings, his younger brother Prakun and his younger sister Penpamon. He speaks very highly of his family and how his mother was trying to open a Thai restaurant in Sylvester. Primarily, Ted speaks the English language now. He states that it was not very difficult to learn the English language, but it was more difficult to write it. So it's easier for him to speak it than it is for him to write the language. The most difficult adjustment Ted had to make coming to America was mainly learning the language and learning to drive. So he found that very challenging. After he finished high school in Thailand, his mother, who already lived in America, asked him to come over to America and reunite with her mother. She thought he could go to college in America and return to Thailand to run a business. However, Ted had other intentions, so he actually stayed here in America, and I asked him what differences he actually saw in the work ethic versus Thailand and America. He expressed that the work ethic in Thailand is very different than here versus the culture. He expressed that the work ethic in Thailand, it's a pleasure to work and serve others, where in America people think you should serve them while they work. So Americans do not have the work ethic they should, he explained. He said that Americans live in a free country and do not realize what a great thing that is. I have to agree with him. I also believe that due to the work ethic among Americans, this is possibly why a lot of other countries consider us and our work ethic lazy Americans. That's how we get labeled. So Ted was unable to explain how overjoyed he was the day that he became a U.S. citizen. It is with great pride that I am now an American citizen, he would express very vibrantly. While he loves his country and Thai family, there was no greater feeling than knowing he could live in a free country and was free to travel at will. In Thailand, he could not travel to another country freely. Ted said that it was almost as great as becoming a Christian, he stated. He said, I am free. So, an interesting fact, the majority of Thailand's people, approximately 95%, are Buddhist in Thailand. 4% are actually Muslim, and less than 1% is actually Christian. When asked what similarities America has with his culture in Thailand, the technology advancements are about the same. There's a range of newspapers, mixed media, radio and television outlets within the country, both in Thai and in English. Other than technology, there aren't any daily similarities that he has come across. One of the shocking revelations Ted discovered in America, different from Thailand, was that families do not stay and live together. In Thailand, once the elder family members are too weak to live alone, they live with their children. They're a very tight-knit culture, so they believe in working and living with each other as long as they possibly can and taking care of one another. Thai people pride themselves in taking care of their loved ones, and he was shocked that in America, elders are sent away to nursing homes. This would be a dishonor, disgrace in Thailand, he explained. He said that he was shocked to learn of this act and would pray that his children would never do that to him as he got older. There are many traditions that Ted stated that he would miss about his homeland in Thailand, that they celebrate what is called a water holiday. And this religious festival is called Songkran and is held in mid-April when it marks the lunar year for Thais. Tens of thousands of Thais go into the street and throw water on one another during 3 days of festival and fun as a sign of good luck. It is mandatory that village school children and principals and teachers join in these celebrations. So they have to go out there and enjoy that. Everything pretty much shuts down. The Thai children would then go and visit their elders throughout the communities on this holiday, and the elders would actually give them money for school. Ted had also spoke highly of this holiday as he reminisced and wished that his own children were able to experience the delight of this holiday as he did as a child. I asked if he gets to visit Thailand and how often. Unfortunately, he has only been able to visit Thailand once since he's moved to America in 1991. He would love to return, but the cost of the flight alone is around $5,000 for his family of 4. Thailand is one of the top tourist destinations in Southeast Asia, but the tourism industry was hurt in 2003 due to fears of an outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome, also known as SARS, that recorded no cases, thankfully, and the tsunami devastation in 2004. It is expected that tourists will return to Thailand once the coastal area is rebuilt. But as of right now, his father is going to be flying in and visiting him and his family, his brother and his sister, for about a month. And Ted and his family are very excited about the visit and explain that it is much cheaper to have him visit them than it is for him going to Thailand and visiting. Before Ted and I finished our fascinating conversation, I wrapped up the interview with one more question. I simply wanted to ask him, how does he perceive America now that he's over here? He stated, quote unquote, to me, "I perceive America as my home now. This is where I belong. America is free, Christianity is free, life is free. Work is wonderful as much as we have to do. I am grateful for the opportunities that America has given me." I was moved by this statement and his passion for our country. God bless America and all who respect and love our country. Thank you.
That was good. Good. Wow, that was really good. So he likes the freedom over here.